I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attention seniors, please make sure your family gets your cap and gown orders for spring graduation. Check out the QR code here to visit Jostens' website where you'll order them. Now, here are some commonly asked questions about ordering your cap and gown. Can I wear a sibling's gown? Yes, if it fits you. There is an option to only purchase a tassel. You will want to have the current one for your picture.
Another question, are there donated gowns that I could have? Yes. Please stop by the Cardinal Nest. They are open on A days during lunchtime and B days during ASR 1 and 2. And, is there financial support for purchasing a cap and gown? Yes! Here is the QR code for instructions. Or you can stop by your Student Support Center to make an appointment with your social worker.
Make sure you place an order before the spooky October 31st deadline. This way you'll get the lowest rate possible for your cap and gown order. The price increases November 1st through December 1st, and then it increases again after December 1st. Lastly, when do I receive any cap and gown? They will be ready for you on Wednesday, May 28th on the cap and gown pickup in the concourse during ASR 1.
There is lots to do this senior year to get ready for graduation, so stay tuned for future information regarding the road to commencement. And always, if you have any questions about graduation, visit the graduation webpage on MHS home site.
Good morning, cars. We're Mr. Bakery's advisory. Let's begin your daily announcement.
German Club is having a meeting this Thursday to celebrate Oktoberfest and Halloween. Join them for German trivia, games, and more in room 2801 for both ASRs.
Boys basketball players who missed the sign-up meeting can pick up the necessary forms in the athletic office or Coach Bavery's office in room 1971. Practice begins on Monday, November 18th.
Tomorrow is Working Wednesday. You can meet our guests Spare Time Entertainment during lunch and advisory in the North Commons to learn more about their employment opportunities.
Hey MHS, did you know that MHS students will have the opportunity to sign up for a seminar at Clark Street next year? Have you wanted to learn more about the work that students are doing at CSCS? Make sure you attend their exhibition night on November 12th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. to see some of the work they've done this fall.
The Cardinal Chronicle, the MHS student newspaper, is looking for art submissions for its first publication. The Art Hub is a collection of student art, photography, poetry, and short stories and music. Any MHS CSCS student may submit for a chance to be featured on the Cardinal Chronicle website.
The submission forms for each category are available through these QR codes. All submissions are due on Friday, November 22nd at 4 p.m. The editorial board will contact those who submit shortly after the deadline. We can't wait to see what you all have been working on this quarter.
Something spooky is brewing at North Commons. Amnesty International will be selling Halloween-themed cookies, cream puffs, brownies, and more at its bake sale in the North Commons during both lunches on October 30th and the day of Halloween. Be sure to check them out for a spooky treat.
Hey MHS, if you're planning on wearing a costume to school this Halloween, you must follow these guidelines. No masks, no fake weapons, and no cultural appropriation. If you have any questions about these, please check in with your teacher. Thank you.
Students, are you missing any items? Be sure to check the Lost and Found in room 3120 before they get donated. All items in the Lost and Found will be donated at the end of the day this Thursday.
The MHS French Club is having their second meeting of the year this Thursday during ASR 2. They'll be replicating a famous piece of French artwork and will learn more about the artists and French art culture through this interactive project. They meet once a month in Madame Dupin's room 2921. Be sure to sign up under WLA Dupin in FlexiSketch and scan the QR code to join the group me for more updates throughout the year.
We have 2 more college visits this week at the South LMC. Right now you can meet Concordia University until 12:15 and on Wednesday at 2:15. Carroll University will be here.
Sign up for Model UN's second conference of the year, Simon, for 4 days in downtown Chicago. The dates are December 5th through December 8th. Sign up is happening now on My Payments Plus and closes on November 6th. More details can be found on the club's website. Everyone is welcome on the trip. No prior Model UN experience is needed.
The MHS Green Team is hosting a bake sale tomorrow. Proceed from the Sales Help Fund projects to make MHS a more environmentally friendly place.
We challenge Miss Max and Mr. J's advisory to do the next daily announcements.
That's it for your daily announcements. Have an amazing Tuesday.
Bye.
My culture.
My culture.
My culture.
My culture is not a costume.
My name is Yasmin Yunus. I am a first-generation Iraqi-American Muslim. I'm also a student and an activist.
It sucks to see that.
It's offensive. It's
like a butchering of my culture. I didn't spend 23 years as a Chinese-born American to live next to this.
I'm of multiracial descent, including Taino Arawak, which is the indigenous First Nations people of the Caribbean. We're seen as just like TV characters, the savage with the fringes and these boots that, aren't even accurate. Even our body paint has meaning, and then, you just put on this cheap paint that you probably got at the dollar store, for fun because you thought it was funny. Like, my existence is just comical or hilarious to you.
I'm Kanaka Maoli, native Hawaiian. One of the things about Hawaiian culture that not a lot of people know is that historically it was illegal to practice anything that had to do with native Hawaiian culture. So my grandmother is currently in her 70s and she's finally learning how to dance hula. And she's been creating her hula skirt and her lei for weeks now. And this is nothing what it looks like. This costume is extremely hurtful, not only for myself, but for the generations that had to go through this erasure.
My name is Gianna, and I'm a 22-year-old recent graduate who's also African American. The pick in particular bothers me because our hair is stigmatized as being untidy and just incredibly insensitive to the actual real struggles that African Americans have wearing their natural hair.
I identify as a first-generation Latina. Obvious examples of Chola culture might be hoop earrings, drawn-on eyebrows, or heavy lip liner. When people appropriate Chola culture in Halloween costumes, it erases the stories and narratives of people who identify with Chola culture.
Halloween would be the worst time to co-opt a person's culture because it's a day of dressing up as things that are completely out of the ordinary or very bold or very provocative. So wearing someone else's culture on that day is incredibly offensive because you're basically saying their culture is othered in a way that is almost funny, humorous, or, scary.
When you see this costume, what do you think? People tend to think terrorist, or they tend to think barbaric, or they tend to think uncultured or uncivilized, and they make fun of that. That kind of just goes with what the media has kind of done with my identity and my background and my religion.
You get a jacket, has a dragon on the back. It's just that they think that it's cool and nothing else. They don't find the significance of it. They see it as exotic.
I feel like they're mocking me and mocking my family, my history, my attachment to these garments.
Cultural appropriation is theft.
Cultural appropriation is taking aspects of another person's culture and using them mainly completely out of context.
Members of a dominant group borrow elements from a marginalized group while actively erasing the people of that culture and diminishing the meanings of what we practice.
The majority of us know that blackface is cultural appropriation, but that is how I view and how my people in the indigenous community view this costume. We have endured a history of being pushed into the background, that even in Hawaii, where I'm from, that we're still a minority in what is and has been our homeland.
Those are aspects of our cultures and our identities that we were told were wrong, and we were told not to be proud of, and we were told to hide and to conform, and to see folks that don't have to conform, use those aspects of our identity and make it popular, make it cool, or make fun of it. That's just wrong.